They actually use this technology in spaceships with the astronauts to help bone loss, healing, and all kinds of different things. Hi everyone, to the bone, this is Darcy, and today I'm going to do a full review of the HigherDoe Infrared PEMF Mats, both full size and GoMat. Uses three technologies, uses infrared technology, PEMF, and crystal therapy, which is antioxidant, which is anti-aging. This is a really good mat in general for somebody that have stress, helps with anxiety, helps with improved sleep, also muscle aches, and even chronic pain. But from my personal experience, from my personal use, this mat has helped me in a lot of other things that are not on the manual. It actually has helped me in more ways than I can even imagine, which I'll talk about in this video. And I'm also going to talk about the technology of PEMF that have really caused a profound difference in my life. If you guys want to jump to any part of the video, make sure to look at the timestamp below. This is going to be a long video because I'm very passionate about this, and truthfully, I wish I found a video like this when I was researching this technology, when I was dealing with pain and all kinds of things that happen to me. So I want to create this video to help anybody that's going through this and is curious about this technology and wants some information that is more digestible, wants to understand what it is and how it can benefit you, and share my experience of how it benefited me. But before we get to this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. My channel is about aging gracefully and beauty. If you want to learn how to age gracefully and feel your best at any age, keep on watching. PEMF stands for Pulsed Electromagnetic Field. PEMF is scientifically proven. It's actually been used for centuries. This technology, in a nutshell, sends electromagnetic waves through your body at different frequencies to help with the healing process of your body. Not to get confused with EMF, which is electromagnetic field, which basically is this energy that is emitted by all our electronics, cell phones, TVs, cameras, lights, everything we use in our daily lives, actually known to cause some harm in a cellular level. What PEMF does is affect us on a cellular level, the same way that EMF also affects us in a cellular level. The main difference between PEMF, EMF, is that PEMF is scientifically proven to help with many healing processes all over our body, while EMF is actually known to be oxidative damage to our cells, and it has even been linked to cancers. So PEMF helps the cellular energy in our body to increase, and specifically frequencies that are needed to treat many different illnesses. And they actually use this technology in spaceships with the astronauts to help bone loss, healing, and all kinds of different things. So PEMF itself is a proven technology. A lot of research is even FDA approved to treat bone healing, depression, and even cancer. I'm not claiming the HigherDoe Mat will cure cancer. Just want to put that out there. But PEMF technology itself has been used with very, very success on things like even cancer. So this is really up to your own research and needs to go deeper and dig deeper and find the usage that works for you. But I'm pretty impressed that I can have this technology at home, and I wanted to bring to you guys all this information so that it can help you or anybody that you know. If you don't want to get the mat, maybe you can look into an office that can help you treat with certain frequencies, but those frequencies work, guys. But if you want to research PEMF in deeply and know how to use those frequencies, which, you know, if you go to a doctor office, they will use on you the same frequencies that this mat has. They will use on you in a doctor office. They'll give you in a doctor's office, but in a higher dosage, because that way you only go once or twice a week. But at home, you have to use more often, but it's the same frequencies. I don't want to go too deep into the science of PEMF, but on this video, I want to tell you how PEMF has affected my life and how I end up finding HigherDoe PEMF mats through my research, looking for something that I could use at home to help what I was going through. So as you guys know, I had COVID and I was really, really sick, and I started getting a lot of health issues because of COVID. I had lung damage, I had brain fog, and I was really sick for over a year. I'm just finally feeling better. I've been taking a lot of great supplements, which have helped a lot, guys. Really helping with my headaches, was helping me feel more alert, especially in the mornings. I was not eating any coffee. But at the end of the day, I would still get tired with the normal tiredness that any mom of a toddler would have. So it was nothing unusual. I definitely feel like I was finally getting back to normal. But towards the end of the year, I started developing arthritis. Arthritis does run in my family, But my mom only started feeling arthritis on her 60s. I'll be 45 this year, so I got really scared, especially because it was happening on my hands first, and I couldn't even pick up things. I would pick up a towel, it would fall. Couldn't open a jar. It was that bad. So I didn't want to share that with you guys because I kept sharing so many horrible things that were happening to my health. So I didn't go into that, but I was researching like crazy how to not feel debilitating. So I started deeply researching what can I do to help with that. And I was also still having a lot of cough. I got sick in July of a cold, but because of COVID and my lung damage, the cough was October and I was still coughing so much to the point of vomiting. So I was taking an inhaler. The arthritis was the main reason I started researching PMF, because I started researching arthritis cures at home, natural therapies for arthritis, and PMF came in my search, and I started reading more and more and more, and I found out that PMF actually is being used to treat all kinds of diseases and all kinds of stuff. And I found about the HigherDoe PEMF Mat, so I decided to purchase it in November, which was a big purchase. It's a pretty expensive mat. And I used the Affirm, use a payment method, the Affirm, so I'm still paying for the mat actually. But truthfully, it was actually cheaper than what I was already spending in acupuncture and chiropractor, because then I started feeling my knees were hurting, and it was just going downhill, guys, going downhill. So I decided to get the mat, and I can tell you that the first week that I was using daily, twice a day, I already could feel my hands getting better, my knees getting better, the body getting better, was sleeping less hours, but feeling more rested. So I will go into very much details how this affected me, but that was how I found out about the HigherDoe Mat, researching PMF. So now I'm gonna give you my personal experience from using this mat. It's not on the website, but that is my personal experience from using it and the healings that I have found on my body. When I was researching the PMF, it was mostly for dealing with my arthritis, and I knew that for sure would be healing for that. And I found, again, even in the first week, I already felt a relief, and now I have literally no more pain at all. I can pick up things. And other things that I found, this is not any claims from HigherDoe, but it was from my personal use. It has also helped me with my lungs. So November I started using the mat, but I didn't think too much of it. Then I used November, I used December, and then beginning of January we got COVID again. So I stopped using the inhaler because I didn't want to use any medication while I had COVID. And then I used the mat throughout COVID. I would lay on it every day like I was normally doing it. And then the end of January, I realized I had no cough anymore and I was not taking the medication anymore. So then I went online and started digging, researching, does PMF help with lungs? And yes, it does. It does help with lung healing. And actually there's a lot of research of use of PMF technology in healing COVID lungs, which is crazy. But I didn't know that. That was something that I found out from basically observing my own body. That's my personal experience from using it and observing my body healing. So now let me talk a little bit about it. And also there's 2 different mats available, and I want to tell you a little bit about the difference between each one, see if this is something that can help you. The HigherDoe Infrared PEMF Mat uses 3 technologies, uses infrared technology, PMF, and crystal therapy, which is amethyst, tourmaline, which are actually known for healing as well. Amethyst itself has also healing benefits. It's been known to help with mood swings, with anxiety, with balancing and relaxation. It also has tourmaline, which is also known to help with mental alertness, to strengthen the immune system, and also helps with circulation. It also has a clay layer that helps to emit negative ions, which is antioxidant, which is anti-aging. It also has infrared, which is really, really good for body aches, post-workout, relaxation. As far as the heating quality of the mat, it can go from 86 degrees Fahrenheit to 158 Fahrenheit. So it doesn't heat enough to cause you to sweat like the other HigherDoe infrared blanket, which I'm so curious to try it as well. But it does give you enough of the infrared to give you the therapeutic effects of muscle aches, healing. If you're a woman, it's amazing when you are during your period, because if you have cramps, you can use the setting, which is the infrared setting, which is nice and warm, and the PMF itself deals with pain, but the infrared, the warmth of infrared also helps with pain amazing. But for me, my main goal when I got this mat was the PEMF technology and the fact that the HigherDoe Mat offers 4 levels of PEMF frequencies, which each frequency not just addresses the brain waves and this energetic field, but is PEMF itself. It has been known to have therapeutic effects of healing, many other different things. It has 4 different levels of PEMF. The level 1 has 3 hertz and is delta brainwave for sleep. So it helps you relax to kind of falls into sleep. Level 2 is 7.8 hertz. So that is a theta brainwave, which is the dreaming state. But I find that level 2 actually helps me fall asleep more than level 1, but that is just my personal experience. Level 1 helps me relax. Level 2 literally sets me to sleep, and I roll my eyes and try my hardest to stay awake if I do level 2 for a couple times. It really sets me to sleep, like deep sleep. It's scientifically proven to help you fall into deep sleep longer. And with that level, I find that I can sleep less hours, but more quality of deep sleep. And I really wake up rested. Even if I wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, I wake up more rested. So I also have noticed that from level 2, that when I fall asleep to it or do it before bed, I sleep deeper. And even if I sleep less hours, I wake up more rested. Another thing that is interesting about level 2 is 7.8 hertz and is also called Schumann's resonance, which is actually the resonance of the earth, which gives you the same feeling as if you were walking barefoot on the grass or walking on the beach or being in nature, which I know sounds out there, but actually earth has the vibration energy. And this is something that is scientifically proven. And that is actually one reason that when astronauts go to space, they start deteriorating. Their bone density literally start deteriorating. That's why NASA invested so much in PEMF technology. Level 3 is 10 hertz and is a alpha brain waves for relaxation or deep meditation. I haven't tried meditating on it yet because I haven't meditated in such a long time, but I've heard that it really helps you get really deep into meditation. But I have done that level for relaxation, usually towards the end of the day when I'm trying to wind down from my busy day, and I find that it's really relaxing. It doesn't set me to sleep, but it definitely helps me relax. Level 4 is 23 hertz. It's the beta brain for focus and alertness. That one is literally coffee in a mat without the coffee. If you have a hard time focusing on work, or if you have that midday slump that you have to get a cup of coffee, this works, guys. Lately, I've been taking a lot of great supplements that I don't really need coffee in the morning anymore. Like when I was suffering from long COVID, I literally need coffee to breathe. Like I would get up with my eyes closed, had coffee so I could literally function, not even being awake, just function. Since I've been taking a lot of great supplements, I haven't had the need to drink coffee in the morning. I often forget to actually drink coffee. But towards the afternoon, I have the normal exhaustion of the normal anybody, especially a mom of a toddler, is the little 3 o'clock hump that we get, that you kind of get tired. Usually when I was working in an office environment, I would grab a cup of coffee around that time to kind of get me through the rest of the day, if you know what I mean. This level 4 literally has helped me through my second part of my day. I put on level 4 when I wake up and sit on my desk. I put on level 4 after 3 o'clock towards the end of the day, and it gives me enough alertness to continue working, to continue creating, and also to be able to do my nighttime routine with my toddler. I can hang out with my husband, even sleep late. I've been sleeping really late, watching a lot of Netflix. Bad. But because I do level 2, which I mentioned before, which is deep sleep, I actually can have less hours of sleep and wake up more rested, and then use level 4 throughout the day. So as you guys can see, this mat is part of my daily life, and that's why I'm giving you my full, honest review, because it has really been part of my whole day. So level 4 is literally a cup of coffee in a mat without the caffeine and without the coffee crash. So it's just enough energy to give you alertness, to give you focus and creativity. I'm finding that I'm more creative now at the end of the day now. I can think of things to do. I have ideas. I write down. I'm more productive. So definitely level 4, if you work on a desk and you need that boost, I highly recommend. An interesting fact about the HigherDose PEMF mat is that it's very low EMF emitting, so it emits super low EMF, so the actual mat itself is not gonna add to our EMF overload of our daily lives. So that is very interesting, and it was actually very important to me once I started researching about PEMF. I found out so many scary things about EMF that I didn't even know. So knowing that this mat is not adding to the EMF overload that I normally have in my daily life is good to know. I like PEMF because I feel like, at least I feel like I'm counteracting a little bit of my usage of all this technology, which of course we can't part with because it's part of our lives. It's non-invasive. It actually doesn't feel like anything really, which can be a little tricky because when I first started using it, I was like, okay, is this gonna work? And then I use a whole week and I literally start feeling no pain on my hands, and then I knew it worked. The mat has all vegan leather, is all high quality materials. I want to talk a little bit about the differences between the HigherDose full-size infrared PEMF mat and the GoMat mat from HigherDose. The main difference, truthfully, is the size and weight, because they both have all the same technology, all the benefits of PEMF, crystal therapy, and infrared. So I find them both very beneficial, and I've been using both daily. Full-size mat is about the size of a yoga mat, and it has 20 pounds of just crystals. It's pretty heavy. You can use it on the floor or in the bed. I prefer to use it in the bed myself because I find it more comfortable. I can watch TV, relax at the end of the day. But my husband would prefer that I use it on the floor because a lot of times I do fall asleep on my full-size mat, and my husband doesn't like that. But I do like that because it's relaxing. But you can use it on the floor or in the bed. I actually bought a massage table for mine, which I will permanently put it in my office so I can use it throughout the day without having to carry around. But if you are an older person, definitely if you're a smaller person, you will need help moving the mat around. So that is also something to consider when you're looking into purchasing both mats. You will need help to move the mat around, or you can just put it on the location and not move it, which that's what I'm going to do personally. Because is a lay down mat, you kind of have to lay down on it to do the treatment, which I have no problem with. But I know some days, like I couldn't lay down in the morning, but I would definitely lay down at night. So ideally you want to do twice a day. But if you don't want to lay down on it, you can also do yoga on it, do meditation on it. So it's really, really interesting that you can adapt. But for me, especially for body aches, I like laying down flat on it. Full mat has a bigger control, which you definitely have to leave on the floor or station on the floor. I have kind of under the bed, and it's a pretty solid piece of equipment. It's really, really well made. The GoMat mat, on the other hand, not as heavy, weighs 11 pounds, which is not bad at all. So you can take it to trips. It actually comes with a little carrying case and is easily foldable. So I love the GoMat, and honestly, if I travel anywhere, I would take it because it is something I use daily, multiple times a day. You can put it on a chair and just have it on all day long. It has this remote control here. This is a more portable remote control. So you have here to change the heat setting. It shows here the heat level, as well as in the same window, it shows the PEMF level. You press this button here to reach the PEMF levels and turn this wheel to reach the heat levels, and there's a power button here. Another thing I definitely want to mention about the mat itself, especially the full-size mat, is not something you're going to sleep all night long. I do fall asleep on it because I find that the PEMF really sets me into this deep relaxation, but it's definitely not something like cushiony that you're gonna like roll and be all cuddly. It's pretty hard because it has all the crystals, so I definitely want to mention that to you guys. You can exercise on it and you can lay down on it for hours. I have no problem, but if you find it too hard, I also found that putting like a blanket on top of it or a fluffy towel really helps, and you still get the benefits of PEMF and infrared even if you put a blanket on it, because it is a pulsed electromagnetic energy, so it goes through the blanket. But to be honest, I'm so used to it by now that it doesn't bother me, and now I have no problem. I don't even put a towel anymore. As far as the GoMat is not as heavy of crystals, still has the crystals, it still has the benefits of ions and everything, but it's not uncomfortable to sit down on it. I sit down on it all day long. I literally only took it out to do this review. The go-to mat was sent to me by HigherDoe, but I did buy the full size and I've been using the full size since November. So grateful they sent me the GoMat to review. Love giving you guys options, especially for all kinds of budgets. There are some contraindications for PMF. You cannot use if you're pregnant, or if you have epilepsy, or if you have any electronic implants of your body. PMF in general is a safe technology, is non-invasive, but as of course, you should always consult with your doctor before you're using any type of treatments to make sure it's a good fit for you. I'm sharing this with you guys because it has made a profound difference in my life, and I'm so surprised that not a lot of people talk about it. And in order for me to find out about it, I had to really dig deep. And a lot of the articles, a lot of the videos about it are so complex that makes it so hard to understand and makes it really out there, but it's really not out there. If you think about it, we have electricity running through all our systems in our bodies. If you want to get even deeper into us being electrical beings and how electricity, and that even includes microcurrent, by the way, affect us and heal us and lift us and make us all good, check out this book, The Body Electric. It's a scientific book full with many proven research articles and information that is really easy to understand, and talks a lot about electromagnetism and the foundations of life itself, because we are electrical beings and that is not anything out there. It is pure science. This is the technology that I will be using for the rest of my life, and I'm hoping with that to have quality of life and not be so debilitating like my mom with arthritis. But it definitely is something you have to keep using to work, because again, we are exposed to a lot of other harmful energies and toxics throughout the day, throughout the years. So this is something that if you start using it, you have to use it forever. And that's why I feel like having a mat at home is ideal, because you can always use less, use more according to your needs. So for me, it was totally worth it. I know it's expensive, and that's the reason I wanted to review both mats, because if this is something that interests you, I wanted to give you two options for different budgets and different needs. I do have a coupon code for you guys that you can save 15%, and I'll leave that in the description box below if you're interested. From my personal experience, for me, it was totally worth it. I use it daily, and it has made a huge difference in my life, and that's why I highly recommend. If you guys have any questions, please make sure to comment below. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much. I hope you're healthy and safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.